All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Saira Mujtaba and with me is VC Pramod. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to be on a 2-day visit to Gujarat beginning today to dedicate and lay foundation stone of projects worth around 15,670 crore rupees. 12th edition of Biennial Defence Exhibition to be inaugurated by Prime Minister this morning. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres arrives in Mumbai on a 3-day visit to India. Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Jairam Thakur to file nomination papers from Siraj constituency for November 12 Assembly elections. Congress releases first list of 46 candidates. Counting of votes for Congress presidential election to be held in New Delhi today. Centre issues final gazette notification for delimitation of wards for Municipal Corporation of Delhi. Indian Railways running 211 special trains to meet festive season rush. In shooting, Indian junior women's team clinches gold medal at ISSF World Championship in Cairo. And javelin thrower DP Manu bags gold in men's event at National Open Athletics Championship in Bengaluru. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be on a 2-day visit to Gujarat beginning today. He will dedicate and lay the foundation stone of projects worth around 15,670 crore rupees during his visit. Mr. Modi will inaugurate the 12th edition of Biennial Defence Exhibition DEF Expo 2022 in Gandhinagar this morning. The expo, being held under the theme Path to Pride, is witnessing the largest ever participation in Indian Defence Expo held to date. The event will showcase the expansive scope and scale of Indian defence manufacturing prowess. The expo will have an India pavilion and 10 state pavilions. Our correspondent has the details.
Prime Minister will grace the inaugural session of Defence Expo, Asia's largest defence exhibition, at Gandhinagar today morning. He will launch DevSpace Initiative, lay the foundation stone of Disa Airfield and unveil the indigenous trainer aircraft HTT-40 on the occasion. PM will launch the Mission School of Excellence at Adalaj with an outlay of Rs 4,260 crore. Mr. Modi will lay the foundation stone of various developmental works in Junagadh worth over 3,500 crore rupees. The projects will benefit Gir Somnath, Porbandar and Junagadh districts. In the evening, PM will inaugurate the India Urban Housing Conclave and dedicate and lay the foundation stone of multiple key projects in Rajkot. These include foundation laying of 3 GIDC in Rajkot district and launching of Lighthouse project, among others. Aparna Khun, AR News, Ahmedabad.
Tomorrow, Mr. Modi will launch Mission Life at Kevadia at around 9:45 am. Around noon, the Prime Minister will participate in the 10th Heads of Missions Conference in Kevadia. Thereafter, at around 3:45 p.m., he will lay the foundation stone of various development initiatives at Veara. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres arrived in Mumbai last night on a 3-day visit to India. During his visit, Mr. Guterres will meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi and External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar. The UN Secretary-General will commence his visit by paying tributes to the victims of the 26/11 terror attacks at Hotel Taj Palace in Mumbai this morning. He will interact with students of IIT Bombay later in the day. The UN chief will then reach Gujarat, where he will hold bilateral discussions with External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar at Kevadia today on issues of global concern, steps to deepen India's engagement with the UN, including through India's upcoming presidency of the G20 and reformed multilateralism. Tomorrow, Mr. Guterres will join Prime Minister Modi at Ekta Nagar at the launch of Mission Life, Lifestyle for Environment, booklet, logo and tagline. Mr. Guterres is also expected to pay floral tributes at the Statue of Unity. The UN Secretary-General will also visit India's first solar-powered village in Modhera and other development projects in the area tomorrow. This is the first visit of Mr. Guterres to India since he commenced his second term in office in January this year. He had earlier visited India in October 2018.
Prime Minister Modi addressed the 90th Interpol General Assembly in New Delhi yesterday. Speaking at the event, Mr. Modi reiterated the need to further develop international strategies to tackle the menace of transnational terrorism. He said India has been combating it for several decades, even before the world recognized it. The Prime Minister said terrorism is no longer fought only in the physical space, but is spreading rapidly through online radicalization and cyber threats.
At the click of button, an attack can be executed or systems can be brought to their knees. Each nation is working on strategies against them. But what we do within our borders is never longer enough. There is need to further develop international strategies. Establishment of early detection and warning systems, protecting transportation services, security for communication infrastructure, security for critical infrastructure, technical and technological assistance, intelligence actions, many of the things need to be taken to a new level.
Mr. Modi called for global cooperation to deal with terrorism, corruption, drug trafficking, poaching and organized crimes. Highlighting the role of Interpol in tackling global threats, the Prime Minister expressed hope that the 90th Interpol General Assembly will prove to be an effective and successful platform for tackling crime, corruption and terrorism. Prime Minister Modi also reviewed the progress of work at the National Maritime Heritage Complex at Lothal in Gujarat through video conferencing yesterday. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Modi said National Maritime Heritage Complex is country's resolve to celebrate India's rich maritime history. The Prime Minister said India has a rich and diverse maritime heritage for thousands of years, which is less talked about. He said it is time to change our mindset towards heritage sites, and it's our duty to preserve our heritage for future generations.
हमारे इतिहास की ऐसी अनेक गाथाएं हैं जिन्हें भुला दिया गया, उन्हें सुरक्षित करने और अगली पीढ़ी तक पहुंचाने के रास्ते नहीं खोजे गए। इतिहास की उन घटनाओं से हम कितना कुछ सीख सकते थे। भारत की समुद्री विरासत भी ऐसा विषय है जिसके बारे में बहुत कम चर्चा की गई है। सदियों पहले के भारत का व्यापार कारोबार दुनिया के एक बड़े हिस्से में छाया हुआ था।
The complex is being developed at a cost of around 3,500 crore rupees. It is being developed as a one-of-its-kind project to not only display India's rich and diverse maritime heritage and also help Lothal to emerge as a world-class international tourist destination.
India and France have been re-elected as President and Co-President of the International Solar Alliance, ISA. Talking to reporters in New Delhi yesterday, ISA Director General Ajay Mathur said, Union Power and New and Renewable Energy Minister R.K. Singh has been re-elected as the President of International Solar Alliance. He said, French Minister of State for Development Chrysoula Zakharopoulou has been re-elected as co-president. Our correspondent reports that the 4-day International Solar Alliance began this Monday under India's presidency. Participants from 110 countries will share their experiences towards a low-carbon economy through promotion of solar energy.
Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur today inaugurated mega cleanliness drives under Swachh Bharat 2022 from Chandni Chowk in Delhi. The aim of this drive is to consolidate the efforts of Swachh Bharat 2022 by Department of Youth Affairs and its affiliate organizations to further intensify activities for ensuring mass public participation in the Swachh Bharat campaign. The month-long nationwide Swachh Bharat 2022 was launched on the 1st of this month from Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh. The program commenced on with the objective of collection of 1 crore kilograms of waste in the span of 1 month. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Thakur said more than 84 lakh kilograms of waste has been collected in the last 18 days.
अगर आप 84 लाख किलो 18 दिन में इकट्ठा कर सकते हैं, कल्पना करो आप कितना काम कर सकते हैं। विकसित भारत बनाना है तो एकता एकजुटता के साथ नागरिकों की भागीदारी को सुनिश्चित करना है और जहां गुलामी की मानसिकता से आजादी पानी है तो हमें कूड़े से भी आजादी पानी होगी। आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव पर हमें अमृत काल में स्वच्छ भारत का निर्माण करना है, सुंदर भारत का निर्माण करना है, सशक्त भारत को खड़ा करना है, देश को महान बनाने का काम भी करना है, तो हमें अपने युवाओं के माध्यम से करना है।
Union Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia yesterday chaired a high-level meeting to review the status of COVID-19 pandemic situation in the country and status of the vaccination drive and the global scenario of new variants of COVID-19. Dr. Mandavia stressed on monitoring the points of entries. He also highlighted the need for community awareness for continued implementation of the COVID-appropriate behavior, especially in view of the upcoming festive season. The Union Cabinet has approved an increase in the minimum support price MSP for all Rabi crops for the marketing season 2023-24. The highest increase has been cleared for lentils with a hike of 500 rupees per quintal. The MSP on wheat has been hiked by 110 rupees and barley by 100 rupees. Briefing media after the Union Cabinet meeting in New Delhi yesterday, Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur said the increase is in line with the Union Budget 2018-19 announcement of fixing the MSP at a level of a minimum of 1.5 times of the All India weighted average cost of production.
जहां तक एमएसपी की बात है, रबी का सीजन है और ये 6 फसलों का न्यूनतम समर्थन मूल्य तय किया गया है। वो उसी तर्ज पर है कि लागत प्लस 50% यानी कि 1.5 गुना ज्यादा जो 2018 के यूनियन बजट में जो इस सिद्धांत की घोषणा की गई। अगर आप आज देखेंगे गेहूं का एमएसपी 100% यानी कि कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन से 100% ज्यादा दुगना है। इसी तरह से सरसों का 104% यानी कि दुगने से ज्यादा है। चने का 66%, मसूर का 85%, बारले का 60%, कुसुम का 50% यानी कि सारे ही 1.5 गुना से ज्यादा हैं।
You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to be on 2-day visit to Gujarat beginning today, to dedicate and lay foundation stone of projects worth around 15,670 crore rupees. 12th edition of Biennial Defence Exhibition to be inaugurated by Prime Minister this morning. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres arrives in Mumbai on 3-day visit to India. Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Jairam Thakur to file nomination papers from Siraj constituency for November 12th Assembly elections. Congress releases first list of 46 candidates. Counting of votes for Congress presidential election to be held in New Delhi today. Centre issues final Gazette notification for delimitation of wards for Municipal Corporation of Delhi. Indian Railways running 211 special trains to meet festival season rush. In shooting, Indian junior women's team clinches gold medal at ISSF World Championships in Cairo. And javelin thrower DP Manu bags gold in men's event at National Open Athletics Championships in Bengaluru. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts.
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 870-001-4242 पर।
870-001-4242।
I am India. Look at me. Know my name. We're one of the most mega diverse countries on this planet.
Our weddings, our fashion statements, they're all inspired by our silver screen heroes and heroines.
A 75 years young India. What we are really going to see India become is a powerhouse. India 2.0.
The Journey of India from 14th October every Friday at 7 p.m. in Hindi and 10 p.m. in English on DD National.
जब जुड़े लोग से लोग वोट से वोट बने तब लोकतंत्र का सिस्टम जब जुड़े लोग से लोग वोट से वोट बने तब लोकतंत्र का सिस्टम मतदाता जुड़ते जाए बने तब ऐसा नया कनेक्शन मतदाता जुड़ते जाए बने तब ऐसा नया कनेक्शन मतदाता जंक्शन हैशटैग मतदाता जंक्शन मतदाता जंक्शन हैशटैग मतदाता जंक्शन।
Welcome back. You're listening to Morning News. BJP Central Election Committee meeting was held at party headquarters in New Delhi yesterday. The meeting discussed the names of candidates for upcoming Himachal Pradesh Assembly polls. It was attended by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, BJP President JP Nadda, Union Minister Amit Shah and other senior leaders. The assembly elections in the state are scheduled to be held on the 12th of next month. Filing of nominations for all 68 seats has already started. Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Jairam Thakur will file his nomination papers from Siraj Assembly constituency in Mandi district today. Mr. Thakur will address a rally at Koteh in Janjeli, from where he will proceed towards Dhunag's Sub-Divisional Magistrate Office with his supporters to file his nomination papers. Mr. Thakur won his first assembly election from Chachiyot constituency in 1998 and has been MLA from Chachiyot since then. Mr. Thakur is MLA for 5 consecutive terms. Congress has released its first list of 46 candidates for the upcoming Himachal Pradesh Assembly polls. The party has fielded Leader of Opposition Mukesh Agnihotri from Haroli Assembly seat. Former State Minister Asha Kumari will contest from her sitting Dalhousie constituency. Congress leader Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu will fight from Nadaun seat, while Vikramaditya Singh from Shimla rural constituency.
The counting of votes for Congress presidential election will be held at the party headquarters in New Delhi today. Party leaders Mallikarjun Kharge and Shashi Tharoor are in the fray for the top party post. The result is likely to be declared this evening. The polling for election of new Congress president was held on Monday. Union Home Ministry has issued the final Gazette notification for delimitation of wards for the Municipal Corporation of Delhi MCD. A total of 250 wards have been chalked out for the MCD. 42 wards have been reserved for scheduled castes. Earlier, there were 272 wards before the reunification of the municipal corporations. North Delhi Municipal Corporation and South Delhi Municipal Corporation had 104 wards each, while East Delhi Municipal Corporation had 64 wards.
Indian Railways is running 211 special trains for the convenience of rail travellers to meet the festive season rush. Special trains have been planned to connect major destinations like Darbhanga, Azamgarh, Saharsa, Bhagalpur, Muzaffarpur, Firozpur, Patna, Katihar and Amritsar. The Railways has notified additional 32 special services to ensure smooth and comfortable travel for the passengers during this festive season, while 179 special services were notified earlier. Over the past 75 years since independence, India's largest public service broadcaster, All India Radio, has been the proverbial storyteller for crores of people across the country. All India Radio is celebrating 75 years of freedom with a series, Azad Bharat Ki Baat, Akashvani Ke Saath. It showcases the journey of India since independence in various walks of life through the storytelling of All India Radio. In today's episode, we bring you the story of New National Education Policy.
The National Education Policy, NEP, was approved on 29th July 2020 by the Union Cabinet of India. It replaced the existing Educational Policy of India, which was made in 1986. This policy brings a big positive change in the education of the country. It is a framework for elementary education till higher education, which includes vocational training in both urban and rural areas. The main aim of launching the National Education Policy 2022 is to remodel India's education policy. The NEP gives emphasis on promoting multilingualism and Indian languages. The medium of instruction until at least grade 5, but preferably till grade 8 and beyond, will be among the home language or mother tongue or local language or regional language. The NEP will universalize education from preschool to secondary school. Previously, the pattern of 10+2 was followed, which has now changed to 5+3+3+4. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that the new national education policy ensures greater freedom for the youth to take decisions on the basis of changing situations.
भारत की एजुकेशन और आधुनिक बने, मॉडर्न बने, यहाँ के टैलेंट को भरपूर अवसर मिले। इस कड़ी में देश की नई एजुकेशन पॉलिसी का ऐलान किया गया है। ये पॉलिसी 21वीं सदी के नौजवानों की सोच, उनकी जरूरतें, उनकी आशाओं, अपेक्षाओं और आकांक्षाओं को देखते हुए बनाने का व्यापक प्रयास हुआ है। 5 वर्ष तक देश भर में इसके हर बिंदु पर व्यापक डिबेट और डिस्कशन हुए हैं, हर स्तर पर हुए हैं और तब जाकर ये नई नीति बनी है। ये सच्चे अर्थ में पूरे भारत को, भारत के सपनों को, भारत की भावी पीढ़ी की आशा आकांक्षाओं को अपने में समेटे हुए नई भारत की शिक्षा नीति आई है।
The National Education Policy proposes various reforms in school education as well as higher education, including technical education. A number of action points and activities for implementation in school education as well as higher education have been included in the NEP. Salient features of NEP 2020 are ensuring universal access at all levels of schooling from pre-primary school to grade 12, along with quality early childhood care and education for all children between 3 to 6 years. There will be no hard separations between arts and sciences, between curricular and extracurricular activities, between vocational academic streams. It aims to establish national mission on foundational literacy and numeracy. For assessment reforms, it has provision for board exams on up to 2 occasions during any given school year, 1 main examination and 1 for improvement if desired. Educationist Sant Kumar Chaudhary says that the NEP is beneficial for all.
This new education policy having lot of these positive points, and this is beneficial for all. So we all feel proud to receive new education policy, and we all are thankful to our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji as well as our Education Minister Sri Pradhan ji also. So I think this new education policy will be benefited to all, and this will be implemented as soon as possible fully.
The NEP stresses on equitable and inclusive education, giving special emphasis on socially and economically disadvantaged groups. It emphasizes on robust and transparent processes for recruitment of teachers and merit-based performance, setting up of State School Standards Authority, exposure of vocational education in school and higher education system, and expansion of open and distance learning to increase gross enrollment ratio. Professional education will be an integral part of the higher education system. Under the National Education Policy, multiple mechanisms with checks and balances will combat and stop the commercialization of higher education. The centre and the states will work together to increase the public investment in education sector to reach 6% of the GDP at the earliest. The National Education Policy is based on 4 pillars: access, equity, quality and accountability. It aims to make India a global knowledge superpower.
Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashvani ke saath can be accessed on Twitter at AIR News Alerts, News on AIR official YouTube channel, News on AIR app, Facebook and Instagram handles. So tune in to All India Radio News for Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashvani ke saath.
Education and Skill Development Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has given his consent to start the process of public consultation on the National Credit Framework from today. Mr. Pradhan consented for public consultation while chairing a high-level meeting with the committee preparing National Credit Framework for School Education, Higher Education and Skilling in New Delhi yesterday. The government had approved the constitution of a high-level committee in November last year to develop a National Credit Accumulation and Transfer Framework for both vocational and general education. We spoke to educationist Sant Chaudhary about the issue.
It's a great honor to our all Indian citizens for getting a new venture to kick-start public consultation on National Credit Framework. This will be a great support to implement this program when all these stakeholders will give their suggestion, and this public consultation will be in the benefit of school education, higher education and skill development also. This program will be beneficial for all, and after public consultation, good suggestion will be coming which will improve, which will give support to implement this. We are thankful to our Education Minister Sri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji for gifting this scheme.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has congratulated Ulf Kristersson on his election as the next Prime Minister of Sweden. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said he is looking forward to working closely together to further strengthening our multifaceted partnership.
Former Indian cricketer Roger Binny has been appointed as the new president of the Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI. The 67-year-old was elected unopposed during BCCI's annual general meeting held yesterday at the Taj Hotel in Mumbai. The BCCI also approved to conduct the inaugural edition of the Women's IPL in 2023. BCCI Secretary Jay Shah, departing President Saurav Ganguly, Treasurer Arun Dhumal and Vice President Rajiv Shukla were present at the meeting. With his appointment, Binny becomes the first ever former World Cup winner to become BCCI's president. India and Saudi Arabia have emerged as two final bidders to host the 2027 edition of the Asian Football Confederation AFC Asian Cup. Qatar, who are the current Asian champions, were interested to host the 2027 Asian Cup, but had to drop out after it was announced as host for the 2023 edition. India have qualified for the AFC Asian Cup 2023, Qatar following their table-topping performance in the third round of qualifiers.
In shooting, India's junior women's team comprising Isha Singh, Shikhar Narwal and Varsha Singh won gold medal in the 10-meter air pistol team event at the ISSF World Championship 2022 in Cairo, Egypt yesterday. The Indian women beat Chinese team by a 16-6 scoreline in the gold medal match to clinch top podium finish. This was India's sixth gold medal at the championship, two of which have come in the senior competitions, while the remaining four were won by junior shooters. India are currently on second position in the medals tally of World Championships with 15 medals, including 6 gold, 3 silver and 6 bronze. China topped the tally with 32 medals, including 17 golds. Indian javelin thrower DP Manu has won the gold medal in the men's javelin with a best throw of 81.23 meters at the 61st National Open Athletics Championship 2022 in Bengaluru. Services DP Manu logged 80.32 meters with his first throw and improved it to 80.5 meters in the third attempt. After a couple of sub-70-meter throws, DP Manu registered his winning mark in his sixth and last attempt. No other athlete breached the 80-meter mark in the final.
In badminton, India's Kidambi Srikanth progressed to the round of 16 of men's singles at the Denmark Open in Odense yesterday. Commonwealth Games 2022 bronze medalist defeated Hong Kong's Nia Kalong Angus. Commonwealth Games champions Lakshya Sen and pair of Chirag Shetty and Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy, Olympic bronze medalist Saina Nehwal and H.S. Pranoy will be in action today. And now let's take a look at the weather forecast across the country today. National capital Delhi will have a mainly clear sky. Mumbai is likely to have a partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Jammu will have a mainly clear sky becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. Muzaffarabad will have a generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Leh is likely to have rain or snow. Gilgit will have generally cloudy sky. In the south, Hyderabad will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain or drizzle. In the northeast, Guwahati will have partly cloudy sky with haze, while Agartala is likely to have mist and Gangtok will have a partly cloudy sky.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. Papers have noticed different stories today. Cabinet nod to 5.5% MSP hike for wheat, notices Hindustan Times. The Tribune headlines, wheat MSP hiked by 110 rupees per quintal. Papers have also noticed the 90th Interpol General Assembly and Prime Minister Modi's comments. The Age and Age headlines, end all safe havens for terrorists, says Modi. The Hindu notes, step up global efforts to defeat crimes, says Modi. The Pioneer writes, former war zone in Kargil is now a breeding ground for budding cricketers. The paper writes of one Maksuma, army porter's daughter, who has wooed social media with her impressive batting skills and her helicopter shot being praised by all. And finally, the Financial Express carries an interesting story titled, Why Electric Mobility is Riding a Scooter, Not a Motorcycle. The paper elaborates that scooters have a design that can easily incorporate electric propulsion systems.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Modi to be on a 2-day visit to Gujarat beginning today to dedicate and lay foundation stone of projects worth around 15,670 crore rupees. 12th edition of Biennial Defence Exhibition to be inaugurated by Prime Minister this morning. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres arrives in Mumbai on a 3-day visit to India. Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Jairam Thakur to file nomination papers from Siraj constituency for November 12 Assembly elections. Congress releases first list of 46 candidates. Counting of votes for Congress presidential election to be held in New Delhi today. Centre issues final gazette notification for delimitation of wards for Municipal Corporation of Delhi. Indian Railways running 211 special trains to meet festival season rush. In shooting, Indian junior women's team clinches gold medal at ISSF World Championship in Cairo. And javelin thrower DP Manu bags gold in men's event at National Open Athletics Championships in Bengaluru. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a great day.